So, In Full Gear turns 35 this year. What adjustments did you guys make from the first album going into album number two?
um with we learned a lot more, working in the studio and stuff like that. And our creativity had, it developed, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to the way the first album was. The second album was more musically inclined and stuff, that even though for some of the stuff we use samples, with music and stuff, I mean, the landscape of hip hop was starting to change. That's the direction that it was taking. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we started growing and started coming into our own musically.
Right. Believe Sally was your first single off of that album. Is that correct?
Yes. The thing about it, Sally was actually done with the On Fire album, but we didn't release it.
So when you dropped that, what kind of reaction did you guys get?
Oh my good! When we dropped it, if I recall correctly, it dropped at the summer of '88. And you know how when a record drops that it's gonna rule the summer. That was the record. Don't get me wrong, there were other records that were playing, and but when Sally dropped, I even hear females walking past, like my window of my house and whatnot, like female named Tanya. Some people don't like the way Tanya, you know what I'm saying? So I knew we had something. I knew we had something there, and everything came together when we put Sally together. I was the one doing the the breathing part and stuff. So,
man, many fun facts and jewels in this one.
Yeah. Did you guys? You just said it was done back when the first one. Did you guys touch it up at all for the second? Is it exactly how it was going to be originally?
It was so. We touched it up because, of course, we wanted to update it a little bit, but it was. Sally was just about. It was just about done. We just didn't put it on the first album. We held off for the second album.
Man, okay.
So what was the chemistry like in the studio, and what was those recording sessions like for this album as opposed to the first one?
For the second one, I felt, I wasn't on too many of the cuts and stuff, but I was at the studio sessions though. You know what I'm saying? Because, there's nothing wrong with learning. That even here, in my house, I have my own little recording studio and stuff. So, but, it was fun doing it and stuff. That even though during that second album, the only cuts that I was on was DBC Let the Music Play. I did the percussion for Sally, Float On. Stet Troop, I kicked the beat on Stet Troop. I came up with that and produced that cut, but everything else and stuff, the other guys touched up on and stuff. And, like I said, everybody was just, developing, because everybody came up with their own ideas, musically and stuff, what should be done, what shouldn't be done and stuff. So little by little, like I said, we were coming into our own musically on the second album.